And we're live. Oh, there we go. Level 25 Miner. We're getting closer and closer to our goal. In order to do the DLC, you gotta be level 50. To the airship. How's the research assistance going, Butch? Being a research assistant ain't exactly what I thought it'd be. For some reason, I thought it'd be more glamorous. No photographers? No reporters? Searching for materials, carrying them back, stripping vines from the ship and stuff. I mean, it's okay. But getting stuff and taking it from one place to another is pretty much the same life I had before. Butch, if you've got time to yak, you've got time to just get over here and help me. Bro's acting all weird again lately. He ate a bad mushroom. He ate a bad mushroom, didn't he? Nah, we do that all the time. Here, have one. I don't know what it is, but Pierre is all, you know, working and stuff. Like he actually likes doing it. It's a pleasure to see you working so diligently, Pierre. Keep it up. Shut it, Hughes. I'm not doing this to impress you. Well, I see. That's quite all right. As far as I'm concerned, it matters not why you're working, only that you are working. If we can get the ship operational, everyone will stand to benefit. If you've got just time to stand around and talk, you've got time to... Just give me some work, will ya? I would like Layla to know who to thank when all of this is done. Easy enough. Go fetch me the parts I requested from the village. Right away, and have my next task ready for me by the time I return. Just look at that. Maybe he's sick or something. Lovesick, maybe. Hello. You're just in time to help me retrieve some items from the village. Your work ethic is suddenly very impressive, Pierre. Can I ask you what's changed? Oh, you know. I guess I finally found my calling, that's all. As soon as I saw her, it was like a shock through my whole body. I've never seen such a beauty. I can no longer hide it, but Layla is my calling. I want to shout it from the treetops. Layla is my calling! Okay, just calm down. Your wish has been heard. Have you talked to Layla about how you feel? Oh no, I can't do that. Girls like the strong, silent type, so I don't know if I'll ever talk to her. Oh dear, you might want to rethink that last part. Really? Well, I've learned quite a bit since we've been up here, so let me tell you something. What's that? By all means, enlighten me. All a man needs in life is to find that which he truly loves, and never speak, and to make some dosh. I don't think that's how your credo goes, bro. In fact, I don't think that's how any credo goes. He may be doing repairs here, but he's definitely got a screw loose. He really does, doesn't he? Alright, that's all the butterflies' requests. Let's hopefully get an amethyst. Do a bunch of mining. First on the order of business is amethysts. Again. Nice, level 6. You know, that crit up is going far better than I anticipated. There it is. The elusive amethyst. We finally got it. Lava Caves Dragon Scab. Mine 200 times. Use Ore Buster 10 times. Cave of Bones. Right. Well, we finally got that amethyst. So it's off to the Cave of Bones in, the sands. Zombie pirates in the middle of the day? Really? Nice. Attack upgrade stone from the Strife Stone. Tool upgrade stone plus. Nice. I'll be sure to make good use of that. How much dash do I have? 42,000. In order to get the desert sands, I need 1 million. You know, I might just be able to beat the Nap Dragon now. Wait, no, last time I tried that was abysmal. Might get us a good set of dosh if I can succeed, though. Maybe if I recruit Odin to help me. The double X, right. We could do that in the Cave of Bones. No bones about it. No bones about... Okay, I'll stop. Ow, magic. Oh, Angela? The Earthwing Stone is in the underground lake. Okay, good to know. Right, mine up every spot I can. But specifically the dragon fossils. Terraformer. Nice. Off to the Cave of Fossils. Cave of Bones, right. Still couldn't stop me. All the sword techniques of a master paladin, and still a minor. Funny thing is, What? How did that happen? I am confused. That was a rare drop on a thing that shouldn't even have dropped it. Just need 6 more and we've got a bunch of emeralds. That was just too chaotic to be normal. You see, from one of these I would understand, but a normal? And that's 2. I just need 1 more emerald, and I've got the emerald quest complete. Good grief. That was very rare. Shouldn't have happened rare. Was it because I boosted my, luck stat, maybe? Some silver. Nice. Let's just smack this with Terraformer so I can... Nice. Minty ore. Booey. Yeah, skill leveled. impressed it even happened at all, honestly. Savage necklace. These skeletons are funny. Their head wiggles a bit after they do the spin. Shield level 6. Nice. Great gold deposit. Don't mind if I do. Goldstone. Nice. And our third emerald. Green with envy. Terraformer. Unlucky. My luck stat abysmal. And yet somehow I still get those 3 emeralds first try. Now that is a large fossil. Mine. Terraformer. Nice. Nice. The good stuff. Giant fossil, dragon skull, dragon vertebrae, dragon vertebrae. Only... $20 more spots to mine. 2 more ore busters while mining. I still need a leg bone. Earthwing stone 300 times. Oh well. Let's check around. There might be more fossils. Might get lucky and find a leg bone. They'll be safe there, I think. Giant fossil hall. Nice. That was close. Definitely need better equipment. This mermaid mail isn't cutting it. A shard of a fossil. Didn't know those guys dropped one. Last chance. Give me the dragon leg bone. Booey. We'll have to come back again. Nightfall in the Eridan Desert? That's not good. Don't want to face the Lord of the Dead. I mean, don't get me wrong, his music's cool, but you know you're screwed when you hear it. Fossil shard. Nice. Oh, I know what they're for. You can use them in crafting. Magic defense upgrade stone. $250. I need the dragon scab still. 300, 600, 800. 1,200 at least. Alright, Douglas, give me the lowdown. $2,500 total. I'm 1,000 away from mastery. Now, no matter how much digging you got left to do, you ain't gonna get your digging done if you don't dig. That's actually well said. For Douglas. Dragon Scab. 19 more times for another 250. One more charge attack. I could do that right here. $18 left. Sorry, butterfly, not yet. We got more important things to do. Now's not the time to save the world, butterfly. I gotta pickaxe stuff. Back to the Cave of Bones. Earthly Wing. Ah. I need exactly 1,050. Or, let's see. 900. I need 900 points. Pickaxe the pace gives 250. Let's check on that dragon scab, actually. We haven't checked on it in a while. 67,000. Not bad. Jeez, nothing but mint. 17. $16. Well, in truth, it's more like 216, but... A cure for life. Dragon scab. I wonder if the nap dragon accidentally dropped it. It's almost as imposing as he is, after all. A little rest. Honestly, he could use a break from all the running and pickaxing and fighting about. Still do 0 damage. Okay. Unfortunate. As long as I do no damage to that thing, I won't be able to do any damage to it at all. Ooh, Mr. Ironsmith, what you got for me? You're an expert now, eh? Been spending some quality time in the forge, I see. Time to show me what you're made of, whelp. I've got a little request I want you to handle. This is no ordinary request either, no sir. This is a request for a certain well-known paladin captain. There are a couple of things you need to know if you're going to complete this job without a hitch. The most important thing about smithing? Technique. And you can't have technique without confidence. How about taking the captain's sword and captain's shield here and putting the finishing touches on them? Do that and you'll have the legendary Ironsmith's official seal of approval as an expert blacksmith. You can now make the captain's sword and captain's shield as an expert blacksmith. Yeah, if I do 0 damage to an ore, it's a given that even if I hit it with all I've got, Terraformer, it'll still deal 0. Oh well, since I'm here, I might as well gather some iron in the waterfall cave. That'll get me more, that'll get me closer to the 500 I need to max out all of the blacksmith stuff. Magma ore. Naturally, the volcano golem would have magma ore. Wait, didn't the talking sword also want me to become an expert? Well, lucky we're in the right place for it. Yeah, level up. Alright, grab that wingstone. Easy. Oh, mining's now level 10. Nice. Where were those aquamarines when I needed them last time? Alright, Cave of the Talking Sword, let's go. You did. You wanted me to become an expert for this. My friend, you reached the rank of expert. Permit me to offer you a reward. You have traveled far by foot to pay these little visits to me. Please take this stone as a token of my regard for your friendship, noble expert. Attack upgrade stone. Well, maybe when we become a master, he'll give us something. I literally just silently walked out of that cave with these stealth 100, even though I didn't sneak. Ah, 2 more. Wind shard, nice. Some iron, alright. Port Puerto's silver should work. Such is the tedium of the mining life. We gotta gather 500 total mining spots in order to completely master the life. Not just normal mastery, but absolute mastery. Can't do the dragon scab, so I doubt I'll be able to do the earthly wings either. 200, 300, 400 total between the two of them. If I get a leg bone, that's 700. No. Please. Please, no. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna mine anymore. Let's go to being an blacksmith. We can work with blacksmithing. Maybe if we get better gear, we'll have a better time as a blacksmith or miner. God, I'm just as tongue-tied as Douglas is. Time to become a blacksmith. 8,000 stars. You know, let's just progress the story, I guess, before we do any more. Julia, bliss check. Bliss check me, butterfly. Whew. Nice. That's a whole nother rank. Its final form. That's a gimmick that doesn't grow old. Transformation. Our bag has reached perfect state. It can be no better. Alright, Yulia, what do you want? Do you have a sec to chat? I'm so glad we made friends with Pino and Layla. I guess it just shows that people from different worlds can be friends too. But the most surprising thing was that Pam knew who I was. Or maybe the most surprising thing was that she didn't seem surprised at all. Oh, sorry. Once I get going, I guess it could be kind of hard to stop sometimes. Hey, I was just thinking. Wouldn't it be thrilling to go on a flight to a brand new world? She's been on the nose on those every time. Father, we found the ship Mother used to travel to Riveria all those years ago. And our work inspired the King of Castel to organize a Riveria summit. Representatives from all the different lands will attend. The pirate nobles, the dark sultan, even the forest folk. They're all coming together to talk about finding a way to save Riveria. I know they're very serious about all this, and I have no doubts they can pull it off. So please, if there's anything you can do, we just need a little more time. Neither snow nor gloom of night, nor the pressure of the adoring crowds, stays this courier from the swift completion of another perfect mail delivery. We're truly witnessing a future postal hall of famer, ladies and gentlemen. That postman has got serious issues. Letter from the King. Invitation to the Riveria Summit. Your presence is requested at the Riveria Summit to be held in Castell Castle's Great Hall. Castell Castle. I'm so excited for the summit. I wonder if I should change first. Maybe not. These are good for casual and business attire. I hope Olivia and Damien are able to make it too. Mio, let's hurry to the castle. Chapter 6 of the Tale of Lunares. Well, since they invited me, how can I refuse? You know what, Mio? I'm thinking maybe I should go more formal for this and take my true form. I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to pull one over on them. This is an important affair after all. Ta-da! Okay, let's get going and... hang on a second. I think I'm getting too used to being a butterfly. I get a little wobbly right when I transform. But I think I'm good to go now. Let's do it. She's actually quite the powerful party member. What being the child of the goddess and all. Mustang and Odin. Sir Mustang, if you please. My apologies, of course. I suppose I could forgive you, considering you used to be a butterfly and all. I'm getting much better when it comes to etiquette and social customs, though. We appreciate what you've done for us. You too shall be legendary. Don't you agree, Sir Odin? As tall, dark, and imposing as always. Why, Sir Odin here was just telling me how he was witnessed to your bravery in Al Magic. Isn't that right, Sir Odin? Nothing. The wall of stone. Why, yes it is, Sir Mustang. I must also say that I've heard many tales of your own bravery, good sir. Oh, go on, Sir Odin. Odin, what's the matter? Nothing. It's nice to see you. It is nice to see you as well. Okay, well, as fascinating as this is, I should return to my post. You two go on inside. Everyone is waiting. Sir Odin, it has indeed been an honor meeting such an esteemed and noble Maginite. Fine. Mio, let's go. These two. Wow, lots of people. Are we all met, then? First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming. Just by your presence here, you have acknowledged the gravity of the situation that threatens Riveria. I thank you in advance for sharing your wisdom with all of us. This will truly take a united effort. Take it away, Butterfly Girl. Thank you, King Eric. Hello. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Yulia. We have all met before, although some of you may not recognize me. My human form is a bit more bulky than my, previous form. You're that butterfly we met, right? Or is there something else I'm missing here? Yes, that's me. Did everyone know it was me all this time? I need to learn some better voice modulation. Anyway, yes, thank you for coming. I think you all know parts of the situation. But the reality is such that the overall picture is much worse than you might suspect. Riveria is in grave danger, and our time is rapidly running out. If we don't act soon, the entire sky is... well, it's going to fall, completely. The Doomstones were a sign of the impending disaster. The Doomstones of late have been much larger and have appeared with much more frequency. We still don't even know what these Doomstones actually are. They're chunks broken off from the sky. Broken off from the sky? What do you mean? How is such a thing possible, Yulia? The sky above Riveria, you see... well, it's difficult to explain, but think of it as something like a shell. Okay, that's really frightening when you all do that at the same time. But imagine that this shell covers all of Riveria. The land and its inhabitants are the core of this shell. We're like egg yolk. I had never even contemplated such a theory, which makes me suspicious, but yet the power that supported this shell and maintained the integrity of this world is now gone. The shell is crumbling. Its pieces are raining down from the sky. These chunks of negative energy are doomstones. Correct. These doomstones then contaminate any creature exposed to their dark power. But if the whole sky falls down, all of Riveria would be, what, contaminated? Yes, completely. The destructive powers that emanate from this broken shell will spread through the entire world. My father is certain it cannot be stopped. But that can't be true. We won't let it be true. Who is your father? He's... Well, you have to promise you're not all going to flip out with exclamation points if I tell you... Wow, just fourth wall break there. Just everybody noticing the exclamation points. But my father is... What's the best way to say this? I guess you would just call him Riveria's creator? Okay, I should have seen that one coming. What would you call someone who creates a world? We would call it a god! Sorry, I think I must have misheard you. Did you just say your father created Riveria? It's a lot to take in, I know. It must be hard to believe right away. But I'm trying to be open with all of you as best as I can. Allow me to explain. I feel everyone here should know all that I know. This information might have been useful before we started the summit. There's no use in harping on that now. I trust Julia, and would vouch for her honesty and sincerity. I agree. I propose we trust this girl and carry on with the knowledge that her dad is a god. Wait, so does that mean the life goddess is your mother? You got it. Your family is literally out of this world, huh? Yikes, did you write that one yourself, Lady Olivia? Julia, you must tell us. Why did you keep something like this a secret for so long? Well, before coming here, I had a very intense conversation with my father. I was trying to convince him to let me come down here to Riveria. But Riveria was so very dear to Mother. She loved it so much, Father. We can't just stand by and let Riveria be destroyed. I know this is difficult, Julia. Trust me, my child, this is not easy for me either. But Father, there must be a way to save Riveria. There's so much beauty there. If we don't do something to help them, all of that beauty will just cease to be. You have to understand the situation is not in our hands anymore, my child. I don't believe that for a second. You taught me I could always change things if I wanted to. Yes, well, and therein lies Riveria's only hope. For only the power of wishes can save it now. The power of wishes? What do you mean? The strongest hopes and desires, the things that people want to do or want to make happen. There is a power that emerges from the choices people make about the way they want to live. Riveria is created and shaped by the wishes of its people. Evidence of their choices is everywhere. And so it goes that the world can be saved only through the same power of wishes and sheer will. Other than what your mother had to do to save Riveria in her time, I see no other option. Fine then, I'm going down there. Now, Julia, don't be rash. Think about this. What's to think about? Those wishes aren't going to collect themselves, are they? Well, no, probably not. But I'm afraid such a task may not be as easy as it would initially seem. I understand that. I'm not interested in this because I thought it would be easy, but it must be done. I knew you would see it that way. Sometimes we need to give up on what we want in order to... Later, Father. Wait, where are you going? Hold it right there, you simple-minded fool. What now, Noelia? I'm going down to Riveria, okay? And there's nothing you could say that will stop me. Father, I'm going with Yulia. Oh, gods be flustered. You too, Noelia? Yulia needs someone to watch over her. She can't be trusted down there by herself. Just think of me as her guardian bodyguard. I don't need a guardian or a bodyguard. Oh yeah? Prove it. What are you really up to? You don't even care about Riveria. I told you, you need someone to watch over you. That's not true. There's something you want down in Riveria, but you're not saying what it is. Oh yeah? Prove it. I will. Fine, then do it. I don't even know what we're arguing about anymore. Enough! You will have so much of your mother in you. Once you set your mind to something, you never give up. Yulia, go to Riveria and do what you will. Noelia, go with your sister and try to be nice. Thank you, Father. You're welcome. Let me make a small alteration before you go. What's this? I've turned you into butterflies. There's an old superstition in Riveria that butterflies bring happiness. I think. Is that why Mother took the form of a butterfly during her time in Riveria? Sure. Yes, I think so. It will also help prevent any wasteful use of your powers while you're away. Wasteful use? What do you mean, Father? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I was just mumbling. Nothing you need to be concerned about. I hope it goes without saying, but you girls must not reveal your true selves while in Riveria. Really? Why not? The power of a wish is linked to its organic nature. Any type of fake or forced wish has no power. You must not exert any undue pressure on an individual to reveal his or her true wish. Such an event is very likely to happen if you were walking around as the daughter of the life goddess. Ah, that makes sense. Your time in Riveria must also be limited. What? Why? To answer your first question, your time in Riveria must also be limited. To answer your second question, limiting your time in Riveria is for your safety. That world is in grave danger, and its collapse could come any day now. Therefore, you must return when I call for you. I shall leave a mark upon the face of Lunares when the danger is imminent. When you see this mark, I shall expect you to return home immediately. You must promise me you will look out for a sign upon Lunares every night without fail. These are my conditions for allowing you to go. I promise to search Lunares every night. And please, girls, do be very careful down there. It's not like it is here. Things are different in Riveria. I promise. We'll be super careful. I shall be watching over both of you. Unless I'm busy with other things. I've got a lot going on right now. Goodbye, Father. Wait, I'm going too. How'd you learn to fly so fast? Noelia, try to behave yourself. Well, we'll see how this turns out. I could use a nap right now. So that mark on Lunares must have been that giant red X. But when I descended onto Riveria and spoke with the people, everyone was so, how to put it, focused only on their own needs. It sounds like you're saying you don't care if Riveria is destroyed. A true natural disaster, such as a dosh famine in my wallet, would concern me much more than this. Bro, why are you even talking to this insect? You got a soft spot for the female in all species, eh? What are you talking about? This is a butterfly. A very intelligent and attractive butterfly, that's all. No matter, my brother is correct. We waste our time here when we could be doing something else. Just wait. I want to know how you can't care about Riveria being destroyed. Just explain this to me. Would have thought a tiny little bug would make for such a heavy conversation. Don't you know no jokes, Butterfly? We live in a nice and peaceful world, Butterfly. It's easy to make a living, even without a regular job. Well, yeah, but if things get tough, you can always go foraging in the forest or just hang out somewhere. Things work out in the end, which is why there's no reason to worry about your doomsday nonsense. I didn't get very far with those guys, but it did become very clear to me that so many were more concerned with their own limited worlds, rather than caring about the greater health of the world they all shared. Very few people were interested in taking up a life, which meant there were fewer wishes around. But then I met Mio. Fresh into his brand new life and full of vitality. You are quite lucky, Butterfly. A youngster who, at first glance, appears to be a run-of-the-mill no-goodnik, but became a great help. Yes, when I saw Mio, I saw a wish I could help come true. It sounds like it would be a great help if everyone realized the true power of their wishes held. I agree, but it's something that has to come naturally from inside each individual. That's what makes it so hard. A wish has to grow on its own, and its power must then be accepted. So many people shy away from it. It makes me wonder, even if I collected all the wishes in the world, would it be enough to save Riveria? I've traveled far and wide finding out people's wishes and noting them all. And yet, it seems like it's just not enough. Don't be silly, my little butterfly. You've done more than your share. You've brought us a greater understanding of the world we often take for granted, Yulia. And look at what you've done. You've come this far because you want to save Riveria, right? Yes. And that was a natural wish, right? Yes, of course. We all want the same thing. Yes, we all share the same wish. Oh, is that... It's true, isn't it? You've brought us all together to share the same wish, Yulia. It's all thanks to you. Oh no, Laura, thank you. It makes me so happy to hear all of this. Now that we are of one mind, we must take action. It is as you say, Hughes. That is why we have assembled here today. I'd like to raise a motion that we file a complaint with Yulia's father, Riveria's creator. We live here. This is our world. We'll be very inconvenienced if Riveria is destroyed, right? I propose we go speak with this, this god and tell him how we feel about Riveria. Perhaps if we show him we're making an effort, he will be able to help us. The Forester Boy's idea isn't so bad. So you want to go to where? The god's house and knock on his door or something? Sounds like we're taking a trip to Lunares. I'm on board, but how do we get there? Simple. Yulia, how did you get here from Lunares? It's a little embarrassing, but I don't quite remember how I got here. Sorry. Well, we're doomed then. It was my first time being a butterfly, so learning to fly was already a lot for me. It's just a big blur. Sorry. I just got this image of you as a fledgling butterfly trying to fly for the first time. It appears that we are all overlooking something. Whoa, that is weird. I got a ship in the Elderwood. Yes, that's the ship said to have carried the goddess from Lunares to Riveria. What was it that you had in mind earlier, Pino? Sure. I do not know if that ship will work, however. Hughes, what are the chances of getting that thing into flying shape? I'm sure getting it repaired will not be a problem, but alas, the ship will not fly, I'm afraid. Why not? Stop toying with us, Hughes. Speak plainly. Of course. The reason it won't fly is not a problem with the machinery itself. It's the lack of fuel. It would appear the engine uses a resource that is specific to Lunares. Without obtaining a high-octane floatstone, I'm afraid that we won't be able to fly the ship. God, this is just like the Juraikan problem back in, we needed the booster oil to get the ship out of Juraika in Rogue Galaxy. It's just like that all over again. Wait, we use floatstones all the time. Those are just the things that airships run on, right? That's right. Well, let's just get a cart full of floatstones up to the ship and we'll be off. Unfortunately, that will not be of no use. According to my calculations, even with all the floatstones in Riveria, we will lack sufficient power. It would need to be a floatstone of exceptionally high, floating power, to use a scientific term. Surely there must be some way to get our hands on a high-octane, floaty-powered rock. What about Terra Nimbus, Andy? Don't they supposedly have floatstones there? I think I remembered reading that, yes. That's just a legend, isn't it? I mean... Well, I guess I shouldn't assume the legends are not true at this point. That being said, how can we locate a legendary floating island? I remember seeing Terra Nimbus in a picture book when I was younger. It's recorded in the lore of magic, though it is commonly written off as a simple fairy tale. I don't know if anyone has ever seriously considered it could be a real place in Riveria. Well, now, let's assume it does exist. Where, then, would it be? Oh, Terra Nimbus exists, all right. It sure is a real place. I know, because I've seen it with my very own 2 eyes. Anyone know this man? Your Kingness, I am Falcon. I was once considered the leading aviator in all Castell. I was big time. And you claim to have espied Terra Nimbus? Oh, I don't know about that, your High Majesticness, but I've seen it. I swear it. Oh well, that's helpful. Do tell us then, O great Falcon. Where is this island located? I wish I could say, my most noble sire, lordy lord. I saw it back when I was a strapping youth. More strapping than now. I don't remember it so well. But it exists. It floats in the sky, sure as a fly, and as true as I stand before you, my Kingle Kingly. Maybe we could all go up in the sky sometime and search for Somewhere Island together. I'm sorry, my lord. This man tricked us with fake credentials for entry into the summit. Fake credentials? You didn't seem concerned with my credentials once I gave you all that candy, son. He ate it all. He didn't even give me any. The Paladin Guard really needs to shape up. But regardless, I'm sorry, sir. We're going to have to escort you out. Well, that's fine. I made just enough of a scene here. Goodbye, your royal gracie lordness, sire. My, that was quite unexpected. Falcon. Yes, I believe I've met him before. I had to reach out to pilots from across the land when I was investigating the goddess ship. He was one of them. I must have slipped and told him of the summit. My apologies, your grace. The man is utterly harmless, I assure you. What of what he said? Is any of that true? Well, he was indeed known as the best pilot in Castell for quite some time. His word went far. Writings for the time the goddess lived among us do mention a place called Somewhere Island, but no such island exists on any atlas or map. Which leads me to one conclusion. You believe this place might be Terra Nimbus? If it actually exists, then yes. Possibly. Maybe. The existence and whereabouts of Terra Nimbus shall be exhaustively investigated. As for now, I believe we should break. My thirst for pickles has been awakened by all of this summit stuff. He has a thirst for pickles? Wow. I get so nervous talking in front of a lot of people like that. Am I sweating? I feel hot. Well, we've got some time now. I think we should go talk to that pilot, Falcon. Either he's full of nonsense, or he's our only lead. We need to find out one way or another. Pickles are... I'm not a fan of pickles, personally. I can't stand them. Let's go track him down before they reconvene at the summit here. What? Odin. It's all dark and quiet. I had to do some of the requests, but I don't really have a reason to. Besides, some of them need different lives. Lives I lack. Alright, Falcon, talk to me. And... oh, there we go. What could I do for you, young uns? Hi. We were over at the royal court just now when you busted in there and started shouting. Oh yeah, I remember that as if it were only a few minutes ago. Whenever I talk about Terra Nimbus, I'm shown the door right quick. Same's happen as same's does. No, we're not here to same's do. We're actually interested in asking you a few questions about it. Can you tell us more about seeing Terra Nimbus? What, you really want to hear it? What's the angle here, pal? I wasn't born yesterday, you know? Or the day before that. I guess y'all do seem like a sincere duo, though. Alright, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise you'll believe me, even though you can't really do that. But try. Dark, ominous clouds obscured Lunares from sight. Rumbling thunder shook the very earth below. A brave youth expertly guided his ship through the turbulent gale. That youth was our hero, Falcon, the best there was in Castell, Falcon. The hero of this tale, the valiant We get it, please, talk about Terra Nimbus. I was quite the ladies' man, you know. I have no doubts about that, Mr. Falcon, but let's get back to Terra Nimbus. That was back when I had more energy, see, so I could go all night and still fly the next day. And that, my friends, is the tale of how I first saw Terra Nimbus in all its glory. Carrot soup. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just... most people catch me dozing off. That's alright, young'un. I know how it is. It's nice of you kids to humor me, but I know I'm just a hopeless old man chasing a dream on his own. What do you mean by that? Oh, don't listen to me, sweetie. Things are just different these days with no students, you know. I used to have a pupil or two that was interested in flying and maybe someday seeing Terra Nimbus. When they leave one by one, you start to get a sense of how time slips away. How dreams slip away. There was one student of mine, best darn pilot I'd ever seen. He could have found Terra Nimbus. He was a great pilot, eh? He was an ace. He would be messing around in my garage workshop here when he was just old enough to hold a wrench. One day, I figured I'd show him the cockpit of an airship. We were just joking around, mind you. But that little trickster pointed to something behind me, and when my back was turned, he went ahead and took off in the airship. Did 3 circles around Castell before a perfect landing. That boy was really something. Said he was going to find Terra Nimbus again. Said he'd come back, but, well, they never do. Everyone grows up and gets pretty busy with their own life and all, I suppose. Do you know where this pilot ended up? How am I supposed to know? I can't keep track of all these young'uns everywhere. But I ain't heard from him since he was renting one of the rooms from Pam. She might be able to help you. I'm grateful y'all came to see me. It's nice for an old man's mind to remember companionship. Find Terra Nimbus. It's real, you know. It's real. I'm sure it is, man. Don't worry, we'll find it. Pam, we must know. Why, hello there. If it isn't my favorite adventuring duo. Now, what might you two be up to today? Everyone is buzzing with excitement about the summit over at the castle. When all said and done, you just have to sit down and fill me in on all the juicy details. We actually have a question for you, Pam. Do you remember about renting a room to one of Falcon's pupils? Oh yes, of course. I don't remember his name, but I recall he was headed to Port Puerto, I think. The airships are just so popular over there on the coast. The port to Riveria's skies, as the kids say. I wonder if Olivia or Andy know this pilot. Even if they don't, I think it's worth checking out. Let's see if we can track down the pilot. Maybe he can help us with finding Terra Nimbus. Even if he can't, maybe he can point us to someone who can. It's not much to go on, but it's something. Honestly, I feel terrible that I can't remember his name, but he was a very focused young man. Thanks, Pam. You've been a great help. Let's speak with Olivia first, Mio. I want to see if she knows anything about this. We'll fill you in on all the details later, Pam. Robin! That was his name. You're looking for Robin. Oh, great. Thanks for the tips, Pam. She remembered. Well, that's something to go on. Well, I must say I'm surprised anything useful came out of your meeting with that man. But if you think a pupil of his could help us find Terra Nimbus, I am inclined to trust your instincts. No guarantee, but finding this guy is worth a shot. Even if that were the case, there's no guarantee he would succeed in finding such a place. Yeah, that's remarkably like what I just said, Hughes. We have precious little else to go on. We shall resume our discussions here. Meanwhile, you can help us by seeing if you can find any other information regarding Terra Nimbus. Now, did we have any more pickles left? Understood, King Eric. Olivia, we were hoping maybe you could help point us to this pilot named Robin. Perhaps Crankshaft can help you. He knows many of the pilots in Port Puerto. Great, thanks. Crankshaft is our chief airship pilot. Well, yes, he still is, technically, but, you know, we were going to talk about that. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Yes, start with Crankshaft. You'll probably be able to find him at Cocina Rica. If you have any trouble finding it, Luciano could show you where it is. Got it. Thanks. Let's get going. Oh my, that is quite a thing to witness. It would be so nice to be able to go back and forth like that. I'd love to be a fish sometimes. Ooh, let me know if you figure out how to do that. I'd love to try that out. For Puerto, here we come. Dad, can I go with them? Not this time, darling. We need you here, Princess Laura. We have distinguished guests from all over Riveria. It would be unthinkable for the Castell Princess to leave the castle at such a time as this. Fine. I shall perform my boring duties as a boring princess for the good of all. Boring. Mio and Butterfly, we are counting on you. Please let us know if you come across anything useful regarding the existence of Terra Nimbus. Okay, we're leaving now, for real this time. Time to go meet this Crankshaft. Oh, we can't even... They knew we'd try and teleport away. Hooey. Shame on them. Was it just me, or was Andy a bit weird when he was talking about this Crankshaft guy? I hope we're not getting in over our heads here. I don't even know if that's possible at this point. Let's take the airship to Port Puerto. Time is of the essence here. I'm gonna hop on you real quick. Airship? Let's just teleport with the map. Onward, Mio. Faster than any airship, it's the house travel. Right, Cocina Rica's the food stall. Ah, there he is. Ahoy! Who are yous? This guy's making me dizzy just looking at him. The heck is that? Are we talking Butterfly trying to say something to old Crankshaft? Boy, this barley juice is messing with my ears now. I'm hearing butterflies. Your hearing is fine, sir. Crankshaft. I am a talking butterfly. Do you happen to know anything about... Whoa. Yes? Don't you be just all Oh, hey, I'm a talking butterfly. Do you know a good sandwich shop in the area? Look, we just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, but if you're not interested... Oh, I just bet you are. Okay, lassie, you're right. Just keep flapping those lips and like a talking mailbox. Flappity flap. Jeez, what's this guy's problem? Aw, what's the matter, little flapping fly? Did old Craig Shaft make you upset there? Miss Olivia said you were the chief pilot in this town. I can't believe they'd put you in a position like that. Maybe they were talking about another crankshaft. My mistake. Good day. Your darn tootin' is a good day. Every day is a good day where I come from. Dad! Sweetie bird, honey pie, darling peanut, sweetie. What are you doing? Just look at you. Ah, yes. Just look at you. My honey mustard muffin, darling, Aurora. You said you were done with all of this. Enough with yous. I'll be done with all this when I'm ready to be... when I'm done with... all of... Oh, Dad. You were just thinking about Larkin again, weren't you? Excuse me. Sorry to just interrupt here. And you are... Well, we've come here from Castell. We're looking for a pilot named Robin. Do you know him by any chance? What do you want with Robin? He's very busy, you know. So you do know him? Yes, of course. He's over at our workshop. Can you take us to see him, please? We have a very important matter to discuss with him. Oh yeah? What's so important? Probably just something silly like flying veggies or floating islands in the sky. I apologize for my father. Some days are tough on him. I'm Aurora. Pleased to meet you. I'm Yulia, and this is Mio. So you must be the talking butterfly who's really the daughter of the life goddess I heard about. Huh? Oh no, I don't know what you mean. Right. Well, our workshop is on the east side of the marina. Let's head over there. Eesh. Something happened to cause him to get all drunk. Alright, this is the airship division. This is our workshop. Not as busy as it used to be. I'm sorry about that whole thing earlier. Dad has been such a mess recently. Looking at him, you wouldn't have guessed he's the chief pilot here in Port Puerto. Robin originally came here hoping to work with him, but Dad just wasn't in a very good place. I felt kind of bad for Robin. Dad was kind of his hero. Robin was so down. So I told him he could stay here and help in our workshop. He lives inside your workshop? Yeah, well, more like he works in there and takes small breaks to nap. He's pretty focused. He tries to get Dad to help him every now and then, but it's just been no good ever since, well... Ever since what? Never mind. Come on in. I'll introduce you to Robin. Hey, Robin, someone to see you. What'd you say? Who's that? Let me turn this thing off. Hang on. Sorry to interrupt your work here. I'm Yulia, and this is Mio. This may sound like an odd question, but do you know anything about Terra Nimbus? We talked to Falcon earlier, or rather, he crashed a meeting we were having, and well, he said he's actually seen Terra Nimbus. He seemed to think your piloting skills might just actually... well, that maybe you'd be able to find it. You spoke with Old Man Falcon, eh? You believe that story of his? About actually seeing Terra Nimbus? Most people just laugh at him, you know. He's become become kind of a joke around these parts. Of course, if you're serious, I mean, if you actually do believe the old man, well, I might be able to help you. Well, to be honest, we don't know what to believe, but that's why we wanted to talk to you. If there's anything you could do to help us, we'd really appreciate it. There isn't much time before... Before what? Before the end of Riveria. So you think an extremely powerful floatstone would get that ship working? We hope. Well now, isn't that the darndest thing? The other butterfly pretty much said the same thing. Oh no. Yeah, that other butterfly has been quite a big help here, actually. Thanks to her, we've narrowed down the area where Terra Nimbus could actually exist. She should be back any time now. You know her? Yeah, I think I know her. Robin, I'm back. And boy, are my arms tired. Can you massage my neck? Maybe we can find a pair of tweezers or something. Hello, Noelia. Yulia? Noelia, Yulia, Yulia, Noelia, Noelia, Mio, Noelia. I think that's everyone. Unless, do y'all already know each other? What are you doing here? We want to find Terra Nimbus, and we need Robin to take us there. Wait, what? You didn't say anything about that. Yeesh, look at you, showing up to sponge off all our hard work. You're just a leech with pretty wings. Shameless, just shameless. No, we're not leeching off anybody. Now just calm down there, Noelia. But Robin, this other talking butterfly is just... Noelia, please. I've already asked you nicely now. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Go on, I'll just flap here quietly, not saying a word. I'm really sorry. Noelia meant no offense. Yes, she did. I sure did, and it's my pleasure to tell you I made it so that we can go to Terra Nimbus. What? Did you sort out the fuel situation? Sure did. We should have plenty now. That's great news. Good job, Noelia. Looks like everything is about ready then. Should we give it a try, Aurora? Let's do it. We can complete our floatstone. Wait, Noelia, is that what you've been doing with those doomstones? You've been using them to make a floatstone? Shush! That info is given out on a need-to-know basis, and you are not on said basis. Really, what's your going with here? That's what you're going with here? Oh, stop looking at me like that with that expectant flapping. I hate that. Okay, fine. What do you want? An explanation? Yay, let's have an explanation. Well, we figured out that once the energy leaves a doomstone, it'll float off if it's sent back to the sky. Even after it's all broken up? Right. So we've been using these pieces and shards to try to put together a floatstone. You can do that? Robin first came up with the idea, and I figured if we could put all the doomstones together, then... Noelia helped me put it all together. She's really being modest. I doubt that. Oh, jealousy does not become you, Yulia. Look, just think about it, though. I mean, these things were floating in the sky before they crashed into us. I never would have thought doomstones could turn into floatstones. I would have thought it impossible. But I'm saying this right now to two butterflies, so all bets are pretty much off at this point. Wow, what can I say except that I'm impressed? But Noelia, why are you suddenly so interested in Terra Nimbus? Well, while you've been down here trying to save the world, I've been doing my own research. I think Mother used to live on Terra Nimbus. What? Are you sure? How did you find that out? Well, it wasn't just a one thing. I had to sort through a lot of legends, folk tales, half-truths. But this last piece I found in one of the old Port Puerto legends really did it for me. It talked about the disappearance of the goddess and her return to live among the isles in the sky. I don't think that was just poetic language. I think Terra Nimbus may have been the last place she visited. Can we just get the engine ready now, Robin? I don't want to be just flapping here all day. Of course, I do need to make a few final adjustments, but yeah. I sure do wish the big boss were here, Just to make sure we're good to push some altitude. I don't think my father's going to help us, Robin. But do you think the airship is ready for this? It'll be fine. I mean, yeah, sure. Fine. I think. I hope. Don't ever go into motivational speaking. Did you guys meet the big boss, Aurora's dad? He's the chief pilot of Port Puerto. One of the best you'll ever meet. Well, one of the best when he's flying. Dad had a very close friend who would go out with him searching for Terra Nimbus. But his friend, Larkin, he disappeared in the airship Dad had been fixing up. Dad hasn't been himself ever since. He won't even talk about Terra Nimbus lately. Hey, he'll get back on his feet eventually. A great man like him won't be broken so easily. No way. Especially if we manage to find Terra Nimbus. We've got to act now. It's all in our hands. We have to be sure the airship can take the kind of pressure that... I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oop. Not the phrase. Please, I haven't saved. If I just... Oh, there we go. Aurora, what? What was that? So Crankshaft's been drinking because Larkin disappeared while they were finding Terra Nimbus. That's what I've gathered. Aurora, are you okay? What is she looking at? Is there something I can help you with? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound so terse. I was just... When I was little, I used to watch my dad work on airships here. This place brings back a lot of memories. Dad and Larkin would hang out here for hours just talking. Dad was so happy then. What is that in your hand? Oh, nothing. It's just a piece of the first floatstone that Dad gave to me when I was little. You could barely see it. Dad made a promise to Larkin and me. He said we'd use this stone to find Terra Nimbus someday. Looking at it now, there's no way a tiny stone like this could make our big dreams come true. I used to think it was something special. Now it's just a reminder of better days. And the fact that they're gone for good. You don't know that for certain. Wow. Guess I had a big sloppy piece of depression pie, huh? Sorry about that. Aurora, is there anything we could do to help? I don't know. It's just really hard to watch my dad do this to himself. I know what he's going through, but at the same time, I have no idea what he's feeling. That probably doesn't make much sense, I know. Yeah, the Friezos were horrifying. My dad and Larkin were such good friends, though. I think that's why he keeps Robin at arm's length. He's scared of getting too close to someone again. And that's why he won't help with the airship. Anyway, the world's fate depends on us, right? No time for feeling sorry, Don't throw that stone away, Aurora. I'll take it. You want it? It's lost its floating power, you know. But I don't have any use for it anymore. Thank you. I should be thanking you for lending me an ear. I feel a little better now. It's time to hit the workshop. I think Robin and I are getting close to getting this one operational. Mia, let's go see Crankshaft again. This stone may have lost its floating power, but I think there may be something very pure still inside this tiny little thing. Something that Crankshaft might be interested in. Yoink. Literally just kidnapped a rhinoceros beetle. Level 8 dash. Gotta keep going if I want to make it level 15. What do you want? Looks like someone's still hitting the barley juice. What are you whispering about over there? Ain't nobody hitting no juice. That's juice-a-boosh. Stuff don't taste no good no more anyways. Not since none your business. Crankshaft, we need your help finding Terra Nimbus. All you's talking about Terra Nimbus this, Terra Nimbus that, Terra Nimbus this that. It don't exist, I tell yous. Chase after what's not even there, and you lose what it is actually there, in front of you. Ain't no Terra Nimbus in front of me. Or in front of no one else, no neither. I think Terra Nimbus is real. I don't care what a wee little flying grasshopper thinks. It's making me dizzy just looking at you. Besides, it don't matter none. Without my expertise, ain't no airship flying no ways. And no airship flying, ain't no accidents happening, ain't no one getting hurt, you hear me? Is everyone blind except me? Look it. Rocks falling from the sky is a sign nobody be flying anyhow. It's how the heavens be telling you to stay out of the air and stay on the ground. You're not the only one who could get an airship off the ground, you know. Aurora and Robin are just about done prepping an airship for its first flight. What? Aurora's working on an airship? Yes, and it's almost ready. Robin is confident he can reach Terra Nimbus. Well, he's going to give it his best try anyway. Do you know what this is, Crankshaft? What's it? A rock? It's Aurora's. She said you gave it to her many years ago. She's kept it ever since. Wait a second. That's a floatstone there. Remember the promise you made to her when she was little? That you'd use this to find Terra Nimbus? I gave the wee lassie the stone as a gift. That stone wasn't the only gift. You gave her a promise that day as well. What do you know, you little talking moth? You're right. Robin came to Port Puerto just to work with you. Doesn't that mean something to you? You brushed him off, but Robin isn't complaining. He just went right to work on that airship. Those kids in that blasted airship. I need a drink to clear my head. Don't you think you've had enough barley juice? Haha, I sure do, you little airborne ant. I was thinking I need a fresh cup of coffee and some cold water on my face if I'm going to help those kids. Now that's what I wanted to hear. Thanks, Butterfly. You're a good bug. I don't know what the problem is. I can't get her to start. I've tried everything. Maybe the fuel lines? No, I checked those. Ignition switch is fine. We've got plenty of power. It just doesn't seem to be taking up anything from the floatstone. How's that possible? But we tested it thoroughly. It should be working. Let's take another look at the engine. Don't be so down, Robin. It's just a minor setback. No, it's not. I mean, it's really beyond me this time. Everything is in place. We should be flying. Well, at least you got that part right. Boss? You can't fly an airship if your spirit is deflated. That there butterfly was telling me you weren't the type of person to ever complain. Oh, I wasn't complaining, sir. I was just trying to think out loud. Yeah, I know how it is when you have to think out loud while you're working. Real loud sometimes. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know what the problem is. Everything checks out. I hope it's not a design flaw. Well, I would have never thought you two could have put an airship together on your own. But you indeed blew my head off with this. You see, I don't have it on anymore. We both put everything we have into this, Dad. An airship that won't fly is just a piece of junk. I see you remember the first thing I taught you about airships. That's good. This thing sure is pretty, but airships were made for the skies, not for art galleries. Aurora, bring me my tools, will you? What? Okay, sure. Just give me a second. It's good to see you, boss. Aw, now, don't start getting all sentimental, boy. We've got some work to do. I can help you out here, Robin. But you know, once she's airborne, it's gonna be all you up there. I understand, boss. We know you could do it, Robin. Is it still sticking? Hang on there. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of patience. Patience and elbow grease. Do you need anything else over there, Dad? Nope. In fact, I think we're just about done here. Just give me one more second. You think that did it? There's only one way to find out. Thanks for your help, boss. This airship is top of the line now. Let's take my word on it. You two put together a real beauty here. Wow, you really think so? I know so. I've seen a lot of airships, and this one may be right up there with the best of them. It's good to see you back at work, Dad. Yeah, well, you got these two to thank for that. Me and that little busybody butterfly there. They showed me this floatstone here. Oh yeah, that silly thing. I kinda kept it all this time. It's too small to power an airship, but in its own way, I think it did quite a bit to get this thing flying. Thanks to you. I always knew you'd help us out, Dad. Aurora, you always had faith in me, didn't you, my dear? Did you see that? That floatstone. It was glowing for a second there. There's still a little bit of juice left in that thing. Well, Mio, I think we're back on track. Alright, everyone. Flight 001 to Terra Nimbus now boarding all rows. All rows indeed. So who's going to be in that second row with you, Robin? Well, it's only a two-seater, but I hadn't quite decided who should come with me. Mio volunteers. That was easy. Let's go, Mio. And I'm going too, of course. Sorry. No, Elliot. There's only one passenger seat. You're a butterfly, sis. Think about it. Mio, just let me know when you're ready. Alright, we're off to the lead-fabled Terra Nimbus. Are you good to go? Time to fly. Have a safe flight. You two come back safe now, you hear? Mio, I've got butterflies in my stomach. Yulia, you are a butterfly. There's probably a better way of saying that. I don't know what you're so nervous about. We still don't know whether or not Terra Nimbus even exists. But I know it does, and we're going there. You worked so hard to get this airship running. How could you be so pessimistic? You've got no idea how hard I work, sis, and I'm just being a realist. All aboard. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. We've cleared the cloud line. Yeehaw! Nice work, Robin. You know, Mio, this reminds me of... It's almost like how I got to Riveria. I was flying through the clouds, but everything past that is just a blur. Oh my. It's an island. An island in the sky. It's Terra Nimbus. It's real. Oh man. If only Old Man Falcon could be here. We did it! Woohoo! Terra Nimbus ahoy! What was that? What's wrong, Robin? I don't know. I didn't like how that felt. Altitude is good. Still okay on fuel. Doesn't feel like we got any damage here. Whatever, just get us to Terra Nimbus. I remember how I landed in Riveria now. I was flying through the clouds, and then before I knew what was happening, everything just stopped. And suddenly I was screaming as I plummeted to the ground. I didn't do that. Ah! You had to jinx it, Yulia. Mio, come on, wake up. Mio, are you okay? Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. I don't know what happened to the airship. We were cruising along fine when the engine just stopped. At least no one seems hurt. We're lucky we landed. Wherever we are. We must have just made it to the edge of Terra Nimbus. Let's do some reconnaissance. That'll be the quickest way to orient ourselves. Keep an eye out for our airship. Or any pieces of it. Right. Yulia, you and I will... Yulia? Where is she? Ah, of course. Now we're gonna have to go search for her too. She's always making things about her. I can mine it. I don't think I could beat it, but I can mine it. This one's just too strong for me. I'll have to find a weaker one. I think this is Rainbow or Celestial. Ooh. Rainbow or. Jeez, I could barely dent these things. But the fact I could dent them is something at all. Behold, the site of Terra Nimbus. Just look at it. This is amazing. We really are floating in the sky. You'd never know it if you didn't look down. I can't wait to get back and tell Old Man Falcon. Whoa, what is that? It kind of looked like a plushling. Kind of. Maybe they have a different race of plushlings living up here? Let's follow it and see where it's going. We may be able to get some more info about where we are exactly. Good idea. Let's do it. Well, they use the power of floatstones to float, you know. Oh, this joke is just too easy. Jungle Gym. Just what you'd expect in a jungle, right? A jungle gym in a jungle, that's... Welcome to the Plushling Village. Looks like some type of Plushling Village. Those are the cutest houses I've ever seen. Hey, look! The airship! How did it get here? It doesn't even look like it took any damage. I'm not so sure. I'd have to take a look inside it. That's odd. Something wrong? No, but it does look like there was some damage as well as some repairs. Looks like the fuel is just about gone, but the airship itself has been repaired. Quite well, I might add. That's impossible. Who could have fixed it? That would require specific knowledge of an airship. Should I have left it the way it was? Welcome to Terra Nimbus. Well, no need to thank me, I guess. Or to say anything in response. Some of the plushlings brought me your little airship here. Boy, this thing really brings back some memories. Are you Larkin? Hey, that's pretty good. Do you do any other tricks? Guess how old I am. We thought you died in an airship accident. Well, that would kind of take the fun out of guessing my age then, huh? So let me guess. You're one of Falcon's new students, is that right? Oh, wait. Or are you studying with old Crankshaft? That's right. Yeah, some of the mods on here look like his work. Looks like I'm not the only one in the habit of making improvised landings here on Terra Nimbus. I've heard so much about you. It's nice to know that you're okay. Crankshaft and Aurora will be so happy to see you when we go back to Riveria. Sounds good to me. I've been stuck here all this time. Your ship was fixable, mine was not. But do you think she has another flight in her? Of course she does. No, wait. The floatstone got busted. We don't have enough fuel to get back. You need a floatstone? Yeah, that's the fuel we used to get here. Oh man, now what are we gonna do? Well, you could just ask for one, I guess. I mean, we are on a floating island. Because, well, floatstones are pretty much all over the place on Terra Nimbus. You knew that, right? Of course we knew that. We're not dumb. Do you think we could get enough floatstones to lift a huge airship? Not just this little one? A huge airship, you say? Well, huge is a relative term, but yeah, probably. You'd want to get a high-grade floatstone, a pure one, not like these ones around here. There are plenty on the island, you just gotta search for them. There might be some more info on that empty shack just to the north of here. Why? What's there? Well, that's a good question. I don't really know, to tell you the truth. A human used to live there, though. Someone who spent an awful lot of time researching Terra Nimbus. I read some of his notes I found in that house, but most of them were over my head. Another human living up here, eh? Why don't we go take a look? We still need to find Yulia, too. I'm going to check out the airship, make sure she's good to go. I just need a sec to get her back into flying shape. Welcome to the plushiest inn in town. Plush not looking for a place to stay? It costs only 300 dosh to stay. Check Plush not in. Have a plushful stay. Very soft. We stayed on the inn. Plush not rested? I guess because we aren't plushlings that we're plush nuts. Weirdos. Anyway, this is Terra Nimbus, the hardest area in the game. Ah, a stained glass butterfly. First try. Ugh, this place is disgusting. Looks like whoever lived here was researching how to be a slob. Do you think there's anything useful in any of this? I mean, if someone was actually doing a lot of research on an island like Larkin said, then they probably mentioned floatstones at one point or another. The human form is much better for searching through all of this junk. Mio, let me know if you find something. Sound good? Great. The other good character in the party. I came to this mysterious island to find out more about the legend of the goddess. The plushlings that inhabit this place told me of a forest in the west that they call the Goddess Forest. Named as such because the goddess lived there while here on Terra Nimbus. However, it has been sealed off by a powerful spell. It is no longer accessible. Maybe that curious furry creature I see slinking around knows something about that. So there's some furry creature that isn't a plush knot, I guess? Plushling? It appears the goddess truly did live on this island at some point. How old is this island? How long has it been floating here? I suppose the greatest question of all would be, how is it floating here in the sky? Most curious indeed. The folklore says that after she saved the world, the goddess disappeared from the island. Perhaps there's some connection there between her disappearance and this island. Looks like a diary. Ooh, what's it say? What's it say? According to existing folklore, Riveria was threatened by a great peril many, many years ago. Huge black stones were observed falling from the sky. One such stone was said to be the size of an island. Eventually, the life goddess somehow saved Riveria from the danger, and then immediately vanished. It is then, in the chronology, that tales of Terra Nimbus begin to appear in folktales and manuscripts. My hypothesis is that this very island itself is one gigantic floating rock, or floatstone. These floatstones, the appearance of so-called doomstones, and the timeline of events bring to mind another potential hypothesis. One no less important, as it may further explain the true nature of this island. However, that is still at a stage of conjecture, and I am not yet prepared to put forth a complete theory. I record my musings here only for the sake of posterity, in the hope they may be useful to others. Gladstone the Third. Wait. That underwear guy knew all along about this place? Who was this guy? Some sort of geologist? He mentions the life goddess in here. I wonder if you've ever found any proof of Mother being here. What was that? Come on, let's go check it out. Gladstone knew of Terra Nimbus's existence in the first place. Blackrock fell from the sky. Blackrock landed west. Blackrock crashed in Goddess Forest. Sounds like something about a Blackrock. Come on, they're probably talking about a Doomstone. If one of those landed around here, it won't be long before Yulia finds it. As long as she's okay, which I'm sure she is. White bell. The bell flowers are all used for dyeing clothes and stuff. Sky trees, huh? Legend weed and a champion beetle. Must be used for alchemy. Looks like the plushlings are keeping us safe from any monsters here. Hey, Larkin. Looks like a Doomstone dropped over there. Blackrock landed over there. Blackrock big. Forest closed. Goddess seal closed forest. Goddess open forest. Mother closed the way with a magical seal, eh? I might just be able to do something about that. Alright, everybody back. Give me some room here. There. Did it work? Seal gone. You goddess. Do I look like some kind-hearted, benevolent goddess? Come on. If you're looking for a goddess look-alike, you'll be so happy if we find Yulia. When we find Yulia, I mean. Sorry to say, I'm not here to save the world. I'm just here to transport my mother's legacy off this rock. If Riveria goes down, the goddess ship is not going down with it. I can guarantee you that. Wait, why am I standing here explaining myself to a bunch of primitive, oversized dolls? I'm out of here. You coming? Huh? What was that? Did you see something? For a second there, I felt like someone was watching me. Must have been my imagination. Gigi Gaga. Welcome to the western end of Terra Nimbus. Alright, let's get this out of the way before it's too late. If there's a Doomstone up ahead, I don't want to be ambushed by any shadow monsters while we're here looking for the stone. Yeah, dyeing clothes for fashion. Of course, right on cue. Alright, let's take it to him. Noelia here is a dark mage and quite skilled at it, too. Much stronger than Damien is, at any rate. Another stained glass butterfly. Oh. Nice! Black Bell. Looks like another seal. I'm not talking about the kind that barks. This one is much stronger than the one at the forest entrance, though. Let me take a shot at this one. Ugh, really? Man, this one is stronger than I thought. Not sure how we're gonna do this here. Gee, gaga. Whoa, what is that? What are you? Gigaga. Wait, is that a Furlan? What are you doing here? You were the one who was watching me before, weren't you? I knew it. Ever seen a Furlan before, Mio? They look kind of big and weird, but they're very gentle creatures. But as far as I know, there shouldn't be any Furlan anywhere in Riveria. not even here. Giga. Hey, do you know how to remove this seal? Gigaga. What do you mean you can't? Why not? Giga-gaga. Oh, there's another seal we have to remove first? Well, why didn't you just say so in the first place? Sheesh! What's with all the giga-gaga? Giga. Alright, this is it. Giga Giga. Right, so this one is linked to the other seal, yeah? Giga? Giga Giga Giga? Giga? Gigaga? Gaga Gi. Alright, we're on the right track here. Gigaga. Sure am glad I took that Verlin language class before coming to Riveria. Here I go. Giga! Whoa, talk about a sudden change in the atmosphere. Did you feel that? Come on, Mio. Let's go back to the bridge. So she just so happens to know Verlin. Neat. Oh, I could feel a crack in the seal. It's definitely weaker than before. Giga! Try my hand at this again. One more time. I think it worked. You go first. Huh? What's wrong, furry friend? Gaga giga ga gigiga gigaga? Giga ga gigi giga. Alright then. Well, if you're concerned about that, I think we'll go on ahead on our own. A black stone enraging the island's protective spirits sounds exactly what we're looking for. Our suspicions have been confirmed. Gigaga. You ready for this, Mio? Not like we have any other options here. Thank you for helping us, Furball. Giga ga gi. Giga! I wish I knew Verlin, but... Ah! Yulia! Oh, that's bad. No, you must stop this. Remember your true selves, please. Yulia. Oh, I'm so glad to see you both. You can't reason with one of these monsters once the Doomstone's gotten a hold of them. Yeah, I know, but... No buts. We've got to handle this thing the old-fashioned way. Let's release these creatures from the stone's power. Okay, you're right, Noelia. Hey, Mio. See that Doomstone? Let's do it. Jesus, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. I do literally no damage to this guy. Yulia's gotta be the best partner in this game. We did it! Yay for Yulia and her happy adventures. What exactly were you doing here with those monsters? Well, I was, just... Look, I had no idea what happened with the airship. When I came to, I didn't know where I was. And I was completely alone. I tried finding a way out of the forest, but I kept getting lost. So I asked this dragon here for directions, and everything was fine, but then a Doomstone crashed. I think I got it. A mixture of questionable decisions and odd luck. I probably could have guessed that. I'm so sorry you had to come looking for me. Apologize to Mio, not me. I'm just tagging along here. I was looking for something else, but your pal here just wouldn't shut up about looking for you. I somehow find that hard to believe, Noelia. Well, it's true. Your little adventuring partner here was sick. You might be hurt. Or worse. Well, maybe I was worried too. Just a little. Thank you, Noelia. Just a little, though. That's fine. Then thank you just a little. Hey, I deserve more thanks than that. Looking for you was my idea. Well, there. So now you know. I didn't want Father to be mad at me, that's all. Noelia, I'll give you all the time in the world to cover up your emotions, but later. I don't have any emotions to cover up, so I don't know what you're talking about. Just shush. There's something I want to show you two. Come with me, okay? You're so bossy for someone who just got rescued. That is one massive floatstone. Wow, it's beautiful. Is this the floatstone that's making Terra Nimbus float right now? I don't know. Do you think it's big enough to power Mother's airship? Maybe. That scholar's notes did mention the goddess, but could she be connected with the energy seal in the forest the Flushlings mentioned? If that's true, then Mother was here on Terra Nimbus, which means she must have known about this huge floatstone here. Ah, I get it. Her airship, stranded in the Elderwood with no floatstone to power it. Right. You have no idea what I'm getting at, do you? None at all. Let me spell it out for you. This might be the floatstone for Mother's airship. Oh. Oh! So why is it here? Well, even if you don't know the answers, at least you're asking the right questions. Allow me to explain. Who's there? Oh. Uh-oh. Hello, Father. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Dad, we can hear you fine. Please stop shouting. Okay. Sorry. As Noelia realized, your mother, Celestia, did indeed live there on Terra Nimbus at one time. Aha! I knew it! Yes, Noelia, just calm down. You get a gold star for that, and yes, that floatstone is from her airship. But why did Mother come here? I was hoping to wait until you two were all grown up to tell you this, but I guess I have no choice now. See, long ago, Riveria was in a state just as bad. Well, no, even worse than it is now. Your mother descended onto Riveria and offered guidance to its people and all its creatures. Unfortunately, Riveria's leaders could not find a way to stop bickering among one another. And the Doomstones continued to rain down upon all the kingdoms of Riveria. Eventually, a Doomstone the size of an island fell from the sky. It cast a shadow upon Riveria that could be seen throughout the entire world. A Doomstone the size of an island? So that would be... Yes, that Doomstone is now Terra Nimbus. That's what I was going to say. In order to prevent that Doomstone from crashing right into Riveria, your mother took the floatstone from her airship and quickly secured it to the falling Doomstone. That's how Terra Nimbus was created. I could still see her, almost as if it were yesterday. Ah, Celestia, you are truly the most beautiful and resourceful being I have ever laid my eyes upon. You've done an amazing thing here today, and you know how time flows much more quickly in Riveria. You will not remain unaffected. I understand. I'm sorry, dear. Although this crisis has been averted, I cannot return just yet. This world needs more time. More time to recover from the destructive influence of the Doomstones that have already fallen. I must remain here until it is fully restored. I was afraid you were going to say that. You know my love for this place, Divinus. Divinus. Riveria looks far more beautiful when viewed from here. I would like to see our daughters to see it like this. I want to protect this land so that they may experience its beauty. I shall stay here and guide the people of Riveria. Their lives are so short and often marred by strife, by fighting, and by sadness. But I will teach them another way of life. One where people can work together to help make each other's wishes and dreams come true. I will show them how enjoyable life can be. And from there, Riveria's inner beauty will be visible throughout all the kingdoms. Not just from great heights such as these, but even where the grass grows, the sand blows, and the rivers flow. My stubborn little Yulia, and my crying baby Noelia. I will make this a world you will love. A world in which you and the people of Riveria fulfill all of your deepest and dearest wishes. Your mother never once had a selfish thought in her life. She only thought of the two of you. She saved Riveria so that you both could see the world she so loved. Mother did it for us. Well, don't I feel ashamed? This world she wanted to show us really is beautiful. I never thought I could love Mother even more. Noelia, are you crying? No! This world has a lot of spicy food on it too. And I still had some on my fingers. So don't touch your eyes. Not without washing your hands first anyway, if you've eaten something spicy. I'm sorry to interrupt this very moving scene, but your time is up, my darlings. Wait, no, we're not done yet. I'm sorry, but we had a deal, remember? The power binding Lunaris in Riveria is wearing very thin. Didn't you see my sign? Yeah, but we thought we could, stretch it out a little bit. Soon you will not be able to return at all. The next eclipse will be your absolute last chance to return. Do you understand that? I'm serious. That's it. Father, wait. But what if we need more time? I think he's gone. Yeah, that's why everything got lighter just then. I think the conversation was pretty much over from his perspective. If only Mother was here with us, she would know what to do. What? Come on, what's with that concerned face? Where's everyone's favorite Miss Smiley Pants? I don't like it when you get all serious and solemn. It creeps me out. But Dad said there's no more time. He said we've got until the next eclipse, and who knows? We could probably talk him out of it by then. But what's an eclipse? What? You just kept nodding while Dad was talking? Why didn't you ask him? Look, I've heard the word before, okay? I just don't know what it means. Is it a meal? That's hysterical. Look, an eclipse is when, see, look, so when Lunaris goes in its orbit and there's planets, see? You don't know what an eclipse is either, do you? I'm not an encyclopedia, okay? All I know is that we need to get this floatstone back to the goddess ship as quickly as possible. We've got people waiting for us on ground level. Uh-huh. Why do I not believe you're suddenly concerned about the people down in Riveria? Yulia, how could you be so suspicious of me at a time like this? If you want to stay here and cry your eyes out until an eclipse comes out of the trees and eats you up, fine. You're the one who is a crybaby. That's all in the past. Come on, Yulia. We're taking this floatstone back to Lunaris where it belongs. Back to Lunaris? What do you mean? Mother saved Riveria once. We need to know as much as we can about what she did and how. Think about it. Why did Mother stay here on Terra Nimbus? Sure, she wanted to save Riveria, but she was connected to the floatstone somehow. We need to get this floatstone back to Lunaris so Father can see it. You think that floatstone is the key to us finding a way to save Riveria? I was wondering if I was going to have to just come right out and say it on that one. Come on! Let's take this floatstone to Robin so we can get the airship going again. Ready, Mio? We're carrying a floating rock. Just look at that thing! Boy, she sure is a beauty. That's the most dazzling floatstone I've ever seen here on Terra Nimbus. So, is it really okay to just take it with us? I mean, Terra Nimbus won't plummet to the ground, will it? Nah, I'm pretty sure it won't. That wasn't very convincing. Well, I did some digging through the notes in that old abandoned shack, and I came upon something that pretty much said that Terra Nimbus is in a phase of purification. Basically, it's no longer a doomstone. Floatstones are now forming in the soil here. So we'll be fine here, I think. Is it worth the risk, though? I mean, how do we know it for sure? Well, I think the way all this worked out is... It seems someone had planned it like this from the start. I bet that floatstone has been slowly purifying this island over the years. My mother did have a pretty good plan. Load it up and let's go, Robin. If Terra Nimbus starts dropping, we could just swing back on the way down. Sounds good to me. Giga. Ah! What are you doing here? Giga, Giga. It's alright, everyone. This is a Furlan. They don't bite or anything, they just Giga. Giga. When did you tame this one? I didn't do anything. He just started following us. Giga. Ga. Lestia. Celestia. Did he just say Mother's name? Heh, it thinks you look like Mother. What's so funny about that? Mother was beautiful. I don't think I've seen Noelia this worked up before. Oh, Robin, you've got no idea. You should have seen her earlier when she was crying like a baby. No, you were the one who was crying. It was Noelia the crybaby all over again. Don't call me that! Didn't you say you were in a hurry to get back to Riveria? You've been stuck on this floating rock for ages. A few more minutes isn't going to kill you. Whoa. Larkin must go. Nice to have Larkin. Larkin been here a long time. Larkin go home. Cheers, you guys. I'll bring some treats next time. Port Puerto, here we come. Well, well, welcome back, kids. By the looks, yeah, I would say what you were looking for was pretty much found. If only Larkin were here to see this. A whole new generation of adventure and discovery. He would have loved it. It was pretty great. I mean, I was beginning to wonder how long I was going to have to stay there. Boy, you kids sure did honor Larkin's memory with your courage. I know he'd be proud. To say I'm proud would be an understatement. I owe the world to these brave kids. I need some more rest. Your eyes aren't deceiving you, boss. That's really Larkin. He's been on Terra Nimbus all this time. Oh, come on. You're starting to hurt my feelings now, Crankshaft. Come here. But it's really you, Larkin? It's really you, Larkin. I thought I'd never see you again. I'd have you honeyed and feathered for all the worry you caused. Forgive me, Crankshaft. I wanted to send a letter, but I just couldn't figure out the right postage. I bet you couldn't. But you trashed that old airship too, eh? Don't listen to him, Larkin. Dad is pleased as punch to see you back home. Yeah. Unfortunately, the airship is pretty much toast. I'm sorry about that, Crankshaft. She was nice. Bah! Airship, schmearship. We can always build another one, right? That sounds like a great idea. Seems like you and Larkin have your first project already planned. That's right. I'll keep an eye on him, though. I bet he's rustier than a pickaxe in a hot spring. I want to say thanks to y'all. Not only did you find Terra Nimbus, but you rescued my best friend. Quite the feat. No. It's we who should thank you. We wouldn't have been able to do any of this without your help, remember? Yeah. But you're doing this for the good of all Riveria, though. No thanks needed. I won't have it. Just kidding. Glad to be of service. Shouldn't you be on your way, though? Yes, of course. We're on a tight schedule. I'm going too, boss. They might need a pilot to move that floatstone. It's bigger than a squid on a horse. Sure, go get him, boy. You make me proud. If you ever need to make another trip to Terra Nimbus, you just leave it to Larkin and me. Good luck, Robin. Roger that, boss. And thank you again, all of you. Robin, hello? Yeah? I hate sentimental goodbyes, so I'm getting out of here with the furry Furlan here. Giga! Noelia, wait! What is it? I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I think I misjudged you. Did you not hear what I just said about hating sentimental goodbyes? If we work together, I'm hopeful we can save Riveria. For Mother's sake. Fine. You stay here and be hopeful. I'm going to go and actually do it. How's that sound? Oh, well, okay, yeah. There's too much chatter here. I'm off. Come on, Mio. Let's head back to Castell. We've got to tell everyone what we found. It's been a bit too long, so I'm gonna have to call it here as soon as I find a save point. Oh, we could do that at, There we go. The people of Castell will learn about it next time. Until then, have a good night.